So, what can you tell us about your setup today, Mr. King?
Well, basically, it's this. There's not a lot really crazy going on with it, to be fair. Got odd refluence shells. That's the kit I normally use. So we got a 14 by 13 on the rack and a 16 by 15 on the floor because I like the big drums. You know, the big fucking beefy. For the kick, we're actually using a MIDI kick for this one. Like I've got a Roland KD something, basically just to give us more freedom to, you know, dial in the right kick sound for it. And there's quite a few crazy double bass bits going on, and everyone knows that if you're using triggers, you're cheating. So if I'm going to cheat, I might as well do it properly and just fucking do that. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Snare, I've got a 14 by 5.5 inch Pearl Masters, all maple, and I've actually got marching heads on the top and the bottom with a 42 strand snare wire, just give it a bit of extra crack. And it's actually cutting through really well. It's very dry because of the Kevlar heads, so we haven't had to condition it in any way. The only conditioning we got on the drums is a bit of gaffer tape on the rack, just to alleviate some of the overtones on that. But the floor, we're just letting it sing, just boom. I'll just give you a quick whack on that. So, like with that. So it's nice and beefy at the top, and then woo! And we got the Audix mics, picking them up. Those are Dan's mics, our producer from Anal Nathrak, which is pretty cool. Lovely bloke, knows what he's doing. So yeah, man. Cymbal wise, there's a few bits going on because I prefer using a smaller drum setup, as it were, but a choice of cymbals. So I've got most of my cymbals are Murat Diril cymbals because I used to have an endorsement with them back in the day. So we got, first of all, the Renaissance 17-inch crash, which is quite a light cymbal, fairly high pitched. And then we got the Renaissance heavy crash, also 17-inch. I did have an 18, but I broke it, so I've had to use what I've got in stock. So both 17s, but different tones, which matters. And then on the right, I've got the UFit 19-inch Bionic crash, which is a fucking beast. So that's where I have like when I'm doing like the big sort of like crash ride kind of stuff on there. On the right, we've got the Peisty 20-inch Novo China 2002 series. I prefer these to the Roods because they got a bit more flex to them, so they're not as aggressive as the Roods, so that's still quite an angry cymbal, but I like the bell on it because it's unusual for a China, but it actually makes it respond more like a crash. So, I mean, that's how I feel about it, but yeah, I like it. Ride, that's this is actually a cymbal of my own design, so it's an 18-inch semi-mega bell ride, as it were, so I had it, it's custom made for me by Murat Diril cymbals, so that's raw on the bow, so it's quite dry, and then lathed on the bell, so that will cut through any mix. That's awesome. So hi-hats are the Murat Diril 14-inch Black Sea hi-hats, and these are just raw, unlathed, which makes them quite aggressive but also quite articulate. I mean, I don't really do a lot of hi-hat work anyway because I'm not very good at it. I'm not gonna lie, but no, these do the job really well. And I've got a what's this? An Irin 8-inch splash, which I have a 10-inch splash somewhere, but I've no idea where it is. And obviously, I need a splash, so I just got this for like 20 quid off eBay, and you know, it's a splash. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all you need. Pedals, the new. These are actually the new Iron Cobras, the Iron Cobra 900s. So I haven't actually. The only thing I've changed with them, like these are just out the box, so I haven't changed the springs or anything on them. It is what it is. But I've got the because I used to play Demon drives and I love the beaters on them, so I just took the Iron Cobra beaters off because I hate them, and put the Pearl ones on there, and yeah, happy days, works for me. All my hardware is Tama. It's never failed me. Years and years and years on the road and having stuff nicked and stuff broken. The Tama hardware is just solid. It just does not move. Fucking is exactly what I need. So yeah, this is my office for the weekend. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And any questions, just give me a shout. I don't have an Instagram because I'm a dinosaur. I don't do social media. I've no idea how it works. But hit the She Sells Sim page if you've got a question. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy what we do. And see you soon.